connected for more Kwabado but daily update TV so. Reverend Ntim Forjour and Sammy Gyemfi na Clată ṣh Newz file Joy News. No na yura Sammy Gyemfi ka janze asema wokan wo nim se no krabie no. Die beboa ne se nka bepa acho ne kase nsema wakan na enye no kre. Ana se onye sa anso na wo challenge na wo ni evidence bia na fine asem no to the bottom. Na wo ni evidence bia na prosecute Afenyo Markin skura Ntim save you. Obusia enkone kotie hot debate pa na omoye wabra omumiti live ewo Joy News for credit to Joy.
It should be clear to any discerning mind out there that this issue is not an issue, it's not a national security issue, which requires a bipartisan, approach or resolution.
I agree.
This is a clear case of disinformation gone bad. There's a clear case of a member of parliament who irresponsibly decided to concoct and fabricate a lie against the government to cause hatred and opprobrium. For the very clear, he himself says that he was talking about mere suspicions. So per his own confessions, he has no evidence worthy of interrogation or investigation. Again, per his own confessions, he has absolutely nothing to buttress or substantiate the allegations he has made. His Excellency the President, in a spirit of transparency and accountability, has directed the relevant state security agencies to investigate the matter, will go through the law, follow due process, and get him to appear. And should he fail to adduce evidence, he will face accountability. And that is something that we can guarantee him. So you see something? Let us stop endorsing recklessness like Kofi Bentil is doing.
And endorse cocaine.
Let us stop encouraging people who set out to lie. If this was genuine, if there was some basis, we will all have said, look, there is some basis for this allegation. Let's not dismiss it. Let's go and investigate it. We've all been in opposition before. But when somebody set out to concoct, fabricate non-existent issues, lies against the government, you don't come on air to entertain, encourage, or endorse that. So what he has done clearly is irresponsible. It must be condemned. And if he is still, if I were him, I would do what gentlemen do. Look, I got it wrong. I am sorry. Forgive me. That is all. You have your honor intact. But if you continue to insist, attacking people when you know you don't have the evidence, then what you are saying is that let's delve into the matters. And should we find that these allegations were malicious, frivolous, vexatious, and all that, and in breach of the laws of this country, you will be prosecuted because you are not above the law. And Afenyo Markin will not be able to save you from accountability in this matter.
Sammy,
that you can be sure.
Sammy, yes. So you. Sorry, don't intervene. Hold on for me. Hold on for me. Hold on. No such investigation. Rev, hold on for me.
Politicians are jumping.
Sammy Gyemfi. Thank you, Rev. Thank you, Rev. What we are working with is see something, say something. He has seen something. He has seen a cargo with cocaine, and he said cash in varied US dollar denominations.
Well, it is very clear that he saw nothing, and he had chose to say that he had seen something. So this is not a matter of if you see something, say something. This is a clear case of a member of parliament who we are told is a reverend minister deciding to peddle falsehood, deciding to lie about a government, and having been exposed is now making a mockery of himself. I mean, you listen to him. Please, when you were talking, I was quiet.
I will not sit here for derogatory comments to come from my respected friend.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Nobody has made any derogatory comments.
You speak to the
I am saying that
and keep the sanctity of the state.
Peddled falsehood against the government of Ghana.
I've not peddled any falsehood.
So let me demonstrate how you peddled falsehood. So keep quiet.
No flag came from Rwanda.
Maza, keep quiet.
So you have peddled falsehood.
Let's have a very decorous discussion. When you were speaking, I was here. And you've had ample time to make your case. Show viewers and listeners the same respect.
But keep that across.
I'm saying that you peddled falsehood. He's sitting here saying that they had suspicions, and they put out the suspicions, asking questions and, soliciting explanations from the government. Number one, you don't hold press conferences based on suspicions. That is reckless, that is irresponsible. This country is a serious country. You cannot wake up in the morning because you are hungry or you overate and said, I have this suspicion, so I hold a press conference and require law enforcement agencies to investigate your suspicions. You think that is what our security agencies are there for?
He said he was engaged in oversight duties as a member of
oversight
Parliament.
duties is not about raising suspicions. That is irresponsibility. That is recklessness.
You can't ask questions.
When you are exercising oversight, you exercise oversight based on facts. Even if you have suspicions, the suspicions must have some basis. You've not done you didn't do any checks, you didn't provide any information. And you are talking about suspicions that you require state security agencies to spend taxpayers' money in investigating suspicions? That speaks volumes of this whole matter. It speaks volumes about your own credibility. But in any case, Samson, I submit to you that his press conference did not allege suspicions and did not invite state security agencies to investigate suspicions. He is lying again because he has been caught pants down.
You have a copy of the press conference.
We played the portion that you spoke about.
Are you a reverend minister?
Let me have it again. I want to read the specific portion again.
Good.
Yes, go on.
Look,
go on.
I am reading a quote from his press conference, and this quote was reported by My Joy Online. This is a direct quote, and I want to read that to you. There is no evidence. This is quote Ntim Forjour speaking. There is no evidence of any medical referral or patient on board. Speaking about that ambulance aircraft. Rather, our intelligence, not suspicion, our intelligence suggests that the aircraft was used to smuggle illicit cargo, unquote. Where is your suspicion? Why do you lie like that? Did you allege suspicion here? You are talking about intelligence. What is intelligence? Intelligence means that you have been given, you have received credible information about the existence of some facts or a certain situation, and you are saying that because of that, you think that these aircrafts which arrived in Ghana were used to smuggle illicit substances. You made mention of cocaine. You made mention of cash relative to money laundering and so on. Categorical allegations. Now the President of the Republic says, okay, I want to give you an opportunity to share this intelligence you have with the state security agency so that they can investigate it. I mean, if you don't share the intelligence with the state security agencies, where should they start their investigations from? So what any responsible lawmaker exercising oversight would have done would be to say, thank you, Mr. President. I will, voluntarily, or I will happily honor the invitation of any state security agency tasked to investigate this matter.
Samson, ask him.
Yet you,
Chief, 5 days now. Where was
Chief? I think that you are being disruptive. I think you're being disruptive. I think you're being disruptive. I think you're being disruptive. Allow me to make my point. I think you're being disruptive. So you should have been happy about the invitation extended to you to adduce the intelligence you have so that the state security agencies can do what you're calling on them to do.
It's been said,
yes,
that by Felix, that it was security called Afenyo Markin to make Reverend available. He denies that. And Felix is saying that he had sought to, Afenyo Markin replied back that because what he was doing was an oversight job, they may have to go through the speaker. So now National Security is going to write to the speaker to invite him in the same way that they have invited A+ and Mustafa.
Simply, fundamentally, if you are inviting a member of parliament, even without oversight, That's a procedure. If you invite a member of parliament, even if he spoke from his garden egg farm on any matter that requires invitation, you don't call somebody, whether he's leader, you go by procedure. Had anybody used that procedure? It has even nothing to do about that.
Yes.
Listen. You have no invitation, yet you lied.
Are you listening? Are you listening to yourself?
No.
You,
Get to the
a
point.
law-abiding citizen, a member of parliament, who claims to be exercising oversight, you say you have intelligence that certain aircrafts came into Ghana smuggling illicit substances. you even need an invitation before you go and adduce that intelligence?
That's why I wrote.
Maza,
That is why I wrote.
You have proven to be totally reckless and irresponsible.
That's why on second of
and if you had
April,
a conscience,
why did you block that invitation?
If you had a conscience, you will be apologizing for that lie.
Why did you?
You'll be apologizing for that lie. You are just proven to be a liar and reducing the presidency
Thank you.
into a mere propaganda. I'm not done.
Hold on.
No, something. No, I think
I'll return to you. Hold on.
Allow the security to do their job.
Reverend Forjour, in your press statement in paragraph 1, you said that the Air Med flight and Havoc Air private jet transporting suspected cocaine and cash. And then you went ahead to give the details of the flight and the time, the period they stayed in the country and so on and so forth. Do you know, as a member of parliament, that if I sat here and made this claim, or any Ghanaian sat anywhere and made these claims, by now they would be either in custody or they will be in court seeking bail for a trial?
Do you know that anyone behind the cocaine bust, $150 million, behind the $350 million cocaine bust, behind the money laundering and the 12 container filled with gold and cash, busted in the full glare of media by national security, among other things we are asking questions for, should have by now been arraigned before court?
That's correct.
Shouldn't we rather be more interested in that?
That does not excuse.
If they are interested in my
answer for the question I asked.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all.
But I asked you a specific question.
I don't have a problem with that at all.
Because
I have
this is a liar who has been
if the priority of the government is to seal and protect drug cartels, protect money launderers that they themselves have busted.
Those are different issues.
After members of parliament,
those are different issues
legitimately raising legitimate questions.
An allegation that you are raising, and we have to interrogate
security agencies. From when are they gagging?
Especially that you say the government position is incorrect. We have to interrogate yours.
Because the government spokesperson.
So what should we do now? What should we do now?
The government spokesperson.
What should we do about what you have put out in the public? What should we do about it?
Please, the government spokesperson said that this investigation directed by President Mahama, he didn't mean it.
Let's not repeat these
and that it was only meant to make an example.
I'm asking you, what do you want to be done?
They should go ahead and make an example.
What do you want to be done now?
They should go ahead and make an example of me.
You answer my question. What should be done about what you said now?
So let's move
what should be done now is for them to go ahead to say to do what they said they would do. To make an example of me and disregard the investigation that Ghanaians are calling.
You don't admit that you don't admit that you did any wrong. You don't admit that you did any wrong.
There's no wrongdoing. There's no wrongdoing whatsoever.
Is it okay for any citizen to
There's no wrong.
Talking to the security about it?
So since when did it become practice that when a member of parliament is exercising the parliamentary tools? We have a lot of parliamentary tools. One, the media is one. Raising urgent questions is one. Filing ordinary questions is one. Filing oral questions is one. Calling legitimate, relevant agencies before the committee is one. I have used 2 of these tools in exercising this matter. And so if you consider it wrong, let the jury add their judge.
The context is that after you made a press conference, and you became aware that you may have done wrong.
I've not done any wrong. Can I ask you a question? That is your conclusion.
I'm asking you a question.
There's no wrong.
Please, can I ask a question, please? After you made the claims in the public, and you discovered that you were going to be a subject potentially of prosecution and jail, then you decided belatedly, perhaps having been advised by lawyers,
that is false.
To now try to use the Defense and Interior Committee to ask for the security to come and brief you. Otherwise, that ought to have been your first step.
I take strong exception to that, Samson. The reason why I wrote calling for the joint meeting was because I respected the directive given by
Should that
President
not
Mahama.
have preceded your press conference?
Nothing should have preceded
Okay,
what we
thank
did.
you very much.
There was nothing
Thank you.
But
Thank
let me
you. Kofi,
respond
what did you want to say?
the strong assertion.
Hold on. Kofi, what do you want to say?
Not done any wrong.
Quickly, hold on.
And it is false
Yes,
what you're accusing.
Kofi,
You should rather tell them to do the
what
right
did
thing.
you want to say?
When the state is threatened, it is really sad that the issue becomes partisan. If we didn't have the kind of polarity we had,
Oversight duty should be holding press conferences and speaking about suspicions.
no.
Before,
No. No. There is a process in Parliament. There is a way to do it. Okay? What I'm saying something is that, look, sometimes you can say, this is wrong, this is right. It is not always that it is black or white. There should in Ghana, it's a crime. He knows that.
No one has spread any false information.
So you cannot say that anybody can wake up any day, put out any information, and if we don't have a polarized partisan system, we are supposed to investigate that. When the person
I didn't say that.
does not adduce any basis or evidence to substantiate that claim,
I didn't say that.
or to even necessitate an investigation.
Sammy.
What you are doing is that you are defending the indefensible.
Sammy, you know
are
that.
justifying
Sammy,
something which
Sammy,
is totally wrong.
Sammy, you know that.
Something.
No,
At least,
no,
you see,
hold on.
At least you have given every parliament
hold on.
some time to give their point.
But listen to
if
my
you
question.
can give me 2-3
Hear my
minutes
question.
before your
Hear my
questions
question.
come,
Hear my
it will
question.
help.
Hear my
Because you
question.
cannot ask
Hear
me
my
a
question.
question
Hear
or
my
truncate
question.
me after every sentence.
I'm not truncating you. Hear
You don't
this.
have a lot of things to say. They've said a lot of things.
I'll let you say that. So, you know that acts of corruption, drug deals,
Yes.
they happen in the underworld.
Yes.
It's difficult to prove them.
Yes.
So sometimes, or most often, it is suspicion that is triggered for the investigation to happen.
My brother, it is not suspicion that is triggered for investigations to happen. And we are not talking about suspicions here. Let's not overly dwell on the word suspicion. I read a direct quote from their press conference to you. They alleged that they had credible intelligence.
But the press release is right before you. You are reading from somewhere else.
Stop being a nuisance. Your constituents
I
are
take
watching
exception
you.
to that.
You are disgracing yourself.
I take
Stop
exception to
being
that
a nuisance. It is not your time to
I
speak.
take exception to that derogatory. I can imagine
I
your
doubt if
discomfort.
you are
Who
reverend.
are you
Allow
covering?
me to speak. Yes, stop this.
The cocaine and the money laundering. Who are you covering?
Look, I can
imagine your
I can
discomfort.
do this better than you.
Can you
So stop
let
being a
him speak?
nuisance.
Okay.
Now
I
let
can
me speak.
imagine your discomfort.
You stated categorically that you have intelligence.
I will not accept it.
Now you are here. If you are a law-abiding citizen, you care about Ghana. You love Ghana.
You said more terrible things when you were
to
in
be true, the allegations
Now we are
you
calling
made,
you to investigate.
the allegations you made,
Post.
at least you would have shared that intelligence with the people of Ghana. And you see, the impudence, he has the temerity to dictate to government who should speak for government. He says that the official spokesperson of government cannot speak to this matter.
Because he lied.
Who then should speak on this matter? What has Felix said, which you have proven to be a lie here? He's giving you the numbers of all the aircrafts, the dates they arrived. He told you that they had landing permits. He told you what they were carrying. He told you the number of days they had to stay at the Kotoka International Airport. He gave you the reason. But where did you get this guy?
Check the money.
What is the meaning of this?
Check that itinerary.
I have never seen anybody be this disruptive on news.
Okay.
What is the meaning of this? Look, so he has given you all the details and he has demonstrated to you that these aircrafts were here for legitimate reasons. They went through thorough security inspection by aviation security, by national security, by the national, by the narcotics, NACOC. All these state security institutions inspected these aircrafts and nothing untoward has been done. He has told you where they went from here. He has given you the numbers. You can track the aircrafts. What again do you want to hear before you know that this man is lying? Because he has not given you any evidence at all. And he says that state security agencies should investigate suspicions. And Kofi Bentel is supporting him. His suspicions that he is not able to substantiate. This can only happen in Ghana.
What do you call
in other jurisdictions, this guy would have been blacklisted.
Look, when
we were in opposition and we were criticizing the dense
national
NPP
organizations
government,
are taking it.
we were never Look, the only time I was arrested on the allegation that I had published false information, the matter didn't travel beyond 2 hours. I was picked from the premises of UTV on grounds that I had published false information. I went to the CID, they asked me, I provided the evidence. Matter ended. You are here. You've made spurious claims. You are talking about intelligence in your possession, in your knowledge, to the effect that certain aircrafts were smuggling illicit substances. You don't have any evidence. He's here, and you are entertaining him. You have no conscience, you have no shame, you are an embarrassment to your party, you are an embarrassment to your constituency, and it is only in the country like ours that you will be entertained. And I want to say this. If this guy does not honor the invitation of national security to do that,
Sammy here. Call them to come and arrest me right here.
I'm coming. I'm saying that if he doesn't honor the invitation,
I dare you to call them to come and arrest me right here.
And he thinks that he can hide behind his parliamentary privileges. He like bad because he will be arrested.
Drug dealers.
Some of us will arrest MPs, and you must substantiate that.
When drug dealers, there's a protocol you follow. That protocol must be followed.
Follow it. That's all. And we will get to him. We will follow it. It's just a matter of time.
But here.
Every day for thief man, one day for master. Your cup is full. Your time has come. Your cup that you hold one press conference.
Your cup is full.
Your cup of cocaine. And the mind of the government goes free.
Your cup
look at you. And my greatest disappointment. Look at the way.